I don't even have a joke for this one. I'm just sad. And it's raining and cloudy outside. Perfect timing. So My Dead Friend Zoe is a brand new drama film that I feel like a lot of you have probably never heard of. The film is directed by Kyle Houseman Stokes and it stars Sonequa Martin Green, Natalie Morales, Ed Harris, and Morgan Freeman. Merritt is a US veteran who keeps seeing the presence of Zoe, her best friend who died in combat. When her estranged grandfather is diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, she decides to become his caretaker while also trying to heal herself. So if you couldn't tell with that description alone, this is a very heartbreaking and tragic movie. However, it is a highly important movie. This is a very rough yet grounded story that is rooted in realism. So in the movie we follow Merritt, who is a US veteran, and throughout the film we see how she is battling grief, PTSD, and trauma while also committing to responsibilities in her day-to-day life. And I think we can all connect to that, especially the brave men and women that served in our military. Everyone has scars. Everyone has some level of pain and trauma that they're dealing with, and they wish they could shut themselves out from the rest of society, but due to their responsibilities and commitments, they can't. I want to give props to Kyle Houseman Stokes for approaching this story with a lot of care and caution. He managed to find a way to address how veterans deal with grief, PTSD, and trauma while also trying to go about their everyday life post-military service. And I think he knocked it out of the park. It wasn't disrespectful, it was not disingenuous. This whole movie came from a place of love, and I'm glad it's spreading awareness about the mental health of a lot of veterans. According to the National Coalition for Homeless Veterans, nearly 13% of homeless adults are veterans. Is that not tragic? Is that not horrifying? Like, why is that a thing? Why are the brave men and women that serve in our country homeless? But in My Dead Friend Zoe, you see the difference of how Zoe is living post-military, and you see how Merritt is living post-military. And I think seeing their two lives side by side was an eye-opener for a lot of people. I kind of went off the rails a little bit, but look, man, we gotta show love to our veterans, that's all. But overall, fantastic story, and the way this film handles its themes were perfect. And when it came to elevating this story, you had phenomenal performances. Sonequa Martin Green was riveting. When it came to showing guilt, PTSD, and heart, Sonequa Martin Green gave a hell of a performance. You feel her pain, you feel her struggle, and honestly, some people can connect with her because of what she's going through is real. Sonequa was always a great actress. I mean, ever since her time on The Walking Dead, I knew she was going to do big things post-Walking Dead. And the entire supporting cast was great, especially Ed Harris, Morgan Freeman, and of course, Natalie Morales. Now, Morgan Freeman and Ed Harris have minor roles in this project, but when they're on screen, they are commanding. Now, I'll be honest, I have never heard of Natalie Morales until this movie. I was in love with her performance. To play Zoe, a US veteran who is way more spunky and way more outspoken compared to Merritt. She has such a high level of humor and charm that she helps bring out the comedic elements of this movie. So there is comedy in this movie, but it's rather more of dark comedy. She also plays as a vision and a voice in Merritt's head post-military. And they managed to use that to blend the comedy with the dramatic elements, and in theory it shouldn't work, but it does. And also, you could argue that Zoe does represent Merritt's PTSD and her guilt. She feels like she could have done something to prevent this from happening, and I would argue this is something that a lot of veterans go through. This movie just further proves the point that the mental health of a lot of US veterans should be taken more seriously. Did you guys know that veterans are at a 72% higher risk of offing themselves than those who haven't served? There is way more statistics on this stuff, but just know this is quite the calamity. But in the end, guys, My Dead Friend Zoe is a tragic but yet powerful film. This is definitely a one-time watch, but it's still important nonetheless. So, plugging My Dead Friend Zoe. Into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for My Dead Friend Zoe. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you have family that served in the military? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.